I said, Mike, going into the tournament, I knew there were going to be a lot of upsets this year because there's not a ton of top five, obviously potential draft picks. Most of them this year are overseas or in the G League. There wasn't a dominant team this year in college basketball like there has been years past. I thought there was real potential for Kansas to go down, Arizona to go down. I thought Purdue was going to go down early, though not necessarily to FDU. But just sort of your thoughts on the whole NCAA tournament. Did you expect this sort of, I guess, more upsets than usual from the top teams this year?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because it seemed like the committee was more based on record than the way teams performed in the tournament. When you look at the teams that have been upset, at least the number one so far, Purdue and Kansas. They're two teams that struggled in the tournament, albeit Purdue won their conference in the Big Ten. Kansas lost to Texas in the Big 12 by a lot. And I think those two teams, they struggled to get out of their own conference
Yep.
tournament, and that doesn't bode well for the early rounds.
So
You're
who was your final four? Because I'll tell you, all four of my final teams are still in.
all four of your final teams?
Yep.
Okay. From what I have, I had Alabama, I have Marquette, I have Xavier, and I had Kansas, but they went down.
Okay. I like that. So I had Bama, Houston, Kansas State, and UConn. Those were my final four. I had Alabama meeting Houston in the national championship with Alabama eventually winning. Obviously, the Brandon Miller situation, we don't know what's really happening with that situation. If he's going to be able to play the whole tournament or not. But Alabama has dudes. Outside of there's we mentioned there hasn't been a great team. Probably the best team all year has been Alabama. But I gotta tell you, your teams like Marquette, I really liked. I thought they had a good, decent chance. There were some upset teams that I thought had a good chance as well. And Oral Roberts and Memphis, who both went out in the first round. So it's very hard to predict the NCAA tournament, but I think the balance of it is what's making it really exciting because these aren't really quote unquote upsets. When you take a look at how you mentioned teams like Arizona, Kansas, Purdue played in the conference tournament, they got higher seeding than what they should have done. Reminds me a lot of North Carolina last year, who was an 8 seed and probably should have been like a 3 or a 4 seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. But when you get teams of juniors and seniors, veterans, they cause trouble for the younger teams.
You like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.